Conor McGregor bought what? For how much? Is the UFC involved? Is Dana White involved? What is going on? Guys, before the video's over, we're gonna reveal Conor's next big purchase, which by the way, he bought into a fight promotion. Secondly, we're gonna talk about how this came to be. Lastly, we're gonna sprinkle a little bit of boxing there and at the end, because you know, day 2 of Conor being a new owner of this fight promotion, he's already dropped some requests for some fighters to come over. I bet, you know, nothing that's feasible yet, but you know, he's doing his job. That being said, if this intrigues you guys, help me out. Drop a quick like on the video, hit sub real quick. I'll bring you guys all the latest and greatest and anything having to do with combat sports. Let's get into it. So, number 1, Conor McGregor bought BKFC. So this isn't super surprising. We've seen Conor before at this BKFC fights. Particularly, he was at one with a Mike Perry main event. After Mike Perry got a finish, I think this was Luke Rockhold, I don't remember. But after he got a finish, Conor McGregor got out of the cage and they did a stare off while Conor McGregor was holding the BKFC belt. Which, by the way, what an amazing piece of promotion to get some eyeballs on BKFC. So it doesn't come out of the blue. It's not super surprising. Conor likes to go to a bunch of different fighting events and stuff like that. Now, what is surprising is that, you know, he took out the checkbook and cut a big check, and he's now part owner, along with Dave Feldman, of BKFC. I think somebody of Conor's stature and reputation is definitely gonna not just help bring bigger eyeballs or more eyeballs to BKFC, the bare knuckle events, but it's also going to help bring in better fighters. So funny enough, right? So the news are dropped during the BKFC event. Again, another Mike Perry event and another finish to Mike Perry. Shout out to Mike Perry out there being a freaking dog at these finishes. He finished Alves in the first round. They announced during this fight, hey, you know, Conor McGregor's now part owner of BKFC. Now, we don't know how much money he spent. We don't know how much ownership he has or how much of the company he owns, but we know he's part owner. And we know Dave Feldman was majority owner prior to this. So we don't know exactly the numbers yet. I'm sure at some point we'll get them. Conor likes to talk about what he does and what he buys all the time. So I'm sure we aren't super far removed. Excuse me. I'm sure we aren't super far removed from knowing what the numbers are. Now, that being said, day 2 of Conor owning this, Oscar De La Hoya is having a press conference for his upcoming Golden Boy promotion fight, which is between his fighter Munguia and Canelo. This Cinco de Mayo, as Canelo, you know, only fights on Mexican meaningful holidays, it looks like. So he's fighting Cinco de Mayo, right? He's doing this giant fight, which a lot of people seem to be taking Munguia, the younger fighter, but I don't see it that way. Canelo's in his athletic prime, and not just that, but Munguia leaves himself open to big shots often. I was doing my homework the other day, watching some Munguia tape, because let's be honest, how many of us have seen entire Munguia fights? So I was watching some of his tape, and the amount of times that he's taking punishment for no reason, and then he leaves himself wide open for hits is incredible. Now, he's one of those guys that he leaves himself open, and he'll take one just so he can be able to land one, and that's great. But that's not going to fly with Canelo. But anyways, while this press conference was going on for this fight, Oscar was really taking it to Canelo, because they've been going back and forth for a little bit now. And what did Conor do? Conor, as a good owner of a fight promotion, says, hey, you know what? You guys can come and settle this beef at BKFC, bare knuckle style. Come on. Now, I want to say Oscar's 55 or something like that. You know, Oscar's old, so there's no way Oscar's going to try to, you know, hang and bang with Canelo, right? And Canelo has an interesting build. He's got that Mike Perry build, so it seems to me like Canelo would be better suited for bare knuckle, so that would never happen. But what an amazing way to get eyeballs on bare knuckle FC super early on. You know, as his ownership, his second day of owning BKFC officially, and he's already trying to bring on Oscar De La Hoya and Canelo Alvarez to do a bare knuckle fight. So just something for us to look forward to in the future. This is the kind of stuff that's we're gonna see often, and what an amazing thing, right? So Conor, now owner for BKFC. Guys, I think that moves the needle for me and for BKFC. But what do you guys think? Does that move the needle for you guys on BKFC, Conor being part owner of it? Do you guys think that it's going to be meaningful for that organization? Comment down below. Now, lastly, some people seem to think that Dana White, because he was hanging out with Dave Feldman a few months ago, they even had an Instagram post together, that Dana White had some type of involvement in this occurring, either on Dave's side or on Conor's side. However, it has to be kind of strange how they work this out, because the UFC just entered a lawsuit in which they were being sued for buying out all the competition, not giving fighters a fair way to make wages outside of the UFC. So super sticky situation there. We're probably going to see more as the BKFC develops and Conor develops with the company, so we'll probably see a lot more then. For now, that's all that we know. So super interesting. So again, guys, don't forget to drop a like, don't forget to drop a sub. I do it for you, hopefully you do it for me. That being said, we'll talk again soon. See you guys.